So today I am going to be doing things around the house. Let me see if I can get you guys set up here better so I'm not like bobbing the camera around. Get myself set here. First of all, thank you for watching. If you are new to my channel, well, guess what? I'm new too. This is my second video I've ever made. And the reason I started this channel is because I felt God told me to. So this is a way for me to step out and find out what He wants me to do with this channel. And I'm a homeschooling mom of 2 kids, ages 5 and 7. And I am endeavoring to make my house more efficient so I can do the things that I want to do with them. And you know, what better way to be accountable than to do that on my YouTube channel in front of you guys. So I hope this is inspirational, or you know, you can be like, oh, I'm not going to do it that way, but makes you maybe think of another way that you can make your house more efficient. So I'm starting in my kitchen. I always start in my kitchen to clean, or right now I'm actually making my kids lunch, and then I'm gonna clean out my fridge. That's my first priority, and then I'm gonna clean the rest of my house. And yeah, I hope you enjoy your day. This is Friday when I'm recording, but I hope you have a wonderful day, and I pray that God blesses you in whatever you are doing today. All right, so let's start. Anyway, so I'm making egg salad sandwich for my kids. I often make this. I should say the sandwich will be for my son because he likes sandwiches. My daughter, she's like, changes her mind. So sometimes she wants it in a sandwich. Sometimes she just eats it with a spoon, the egg salad. So that's what we're doing today. I asked her what she wanted. She wants the spoon version. So my mom gave me this idea. It's just using a cheese shredder, and it's awesome. So I have my boiled egg, just shredding it up. And I'm thinking about sharing content like, you know, what I make my kids and for my family, easy meals, because I enjoy cooking if it's simple and easy and something that I don't have to put a lot of effort into thinking it through because I've got it down. So I've got some of those recipes. See if you can see on this side. I've got some recipes like that I might share. I do a lot of homemade soups. I like doing really thick soups. Oh, there goes some egg off the table. And so I'm thinking about doing something like that. Some recipes that I do. And then also what I often do is I cook during the week and I make extra meals that I freeze. So I don't have to make anything on the weekends because Saturday and Sundays, I don't want to cook. So I've got my pepper grinder. So today is a beautiful day. It's a Friday, as I said, and this is actually really nice salt. I put it in this container. It came in a box. It's pink Celtic salt. I got it on Amazon, but it is a kind that has potassium in it too, and it's pink. I don't think you can't see it very well, but anyways, it has quite the amazing flavor, and I actually just any bits of salt on there, I eat it. Celtic salt is amazing for you. It helps you actually absorb the water and become hydrated because table salts, they've stripped it. They've stripped it of all its minerals. So Celtic salt has all the good minerals in it that your body needs. Sometimes when I have low energy, I take a bit of the Celtic salt. There's also here, I have this one that I get from Amazon too. This is fine ground vital mineral blend. It's unrefined mineral salt, but like the pink salt has even more stuff in it, but it is pricier. Anyway, if I'm low on energy, I do take some Celtic salt and put it under my tongue, eat it and I feel like a zip of energy. So there's that. Anyway, I need to focus. It's already like 2 o'clock. So I'm putting some mayo. This is just Costco avocado mayo. And I have made my own mayo before, but it just doesn't last as long. And so it's kind of like, you know, all that work and then I end up not being able to keep it long enough because we don't go through it fast enough. All right, a little more pepper to me. All right, so I've got my bread toasted for my son. Got lots of good butter on it. This is my sourdough bread. Maybe I'll share the sourdough with you sometime too. But I grew up with lots of like home baking, homemaking, and I find it really satisfying to do the same for my kids. Like I don't do it to the level that my mom did. She was amazing. She did canning. Well, she still does canning. She froze corn and peas and beans and canned beans and diced tomato and tomato, like pureed tomato, and oh man, she's incredible. So it's neat. Like I was never interested in doing all that, but as I've gotten older, then I've been more and more interested in, you know, having your own family. You want to feed them well. You have more interest in that. And so I have learned, my mom used to make like bread in the oven, but I like the sourdough because it is better on your digestive system. Just the fermentation of the sourdough, of the yeast, the starter is better for your gut. So that's why I make it. All right, so that is my son's. And I'm gonna put kids in here. This is what I often do on a beautiful day. I'll put their sandwich in one end and some veggies in the other. This might look funny to you guys, but she just eats it like this. I'll give her a spoon with some egg salad sandwich and carrots. I'll bring you over here. I've got my carrots already peeled. This is a quick lunch for my kids. And they do like carrots. I don't know if it's because I ate them a lot when I was pregnant with them, especially with my son. Like he just will eat a lot of carrots. It's so good for your vision. I'm pretty sure my vision, so I stopped eating carrots for a time, and I noticed that like my vision when I was reading something, it wasn't as good. So I was like, oh, I've stopped eating carrots. I wonder if it's just like my age, because I'm in my early 40s now. So is it my age, or is it the fact that I've stopped eating carrots, or is it both? So I started eating more carrots, and I think it is better. Like I haven't noticed, like I've been reading, I'll read my Bible in the morning, and I haven't noticed it like being difficult anymore. So hey, I'll take that. So anyway, what else was I gonna do? Oh yeah. So after this, I'll feed the kids, and then I will attempt to attack my fridge. And it's funny because, like, you know, the challenge of being a stay-at-home mom is you have this, or maybe, I don't know if I'm the only one that's like this, but you have this like perception that, oh, I have all day at home So I should be able to attack everything and get everything done in one day. And it's just not the way it is. When you like, because I have all these other projects like the decluttering and organizing and I don't know, stuff I want to do, but I find just the daily habits of life of that you have to get done, like feed people. Like, why do we have to eat 3 times a day? Why? No, I need to be thankful. I need to be grateful. Okay, so that's a lot more carrots than my kids need, but I got talking. So I will. And actually, what my daughter will do, she'll take her carrot and she'll like dip it and take a bite. So almost treat the egg salad like a dip, which is kind of cool. I taught her that, if I say so myself. Oh, maybe some cucumber. My daughter really likes cucumbers. Give her a couple. There's a couple here. And voila, lunch. Lunch is served. That looks pretty healthy, hey? I find it so satisfying to feed them healthy meals, but they don't always eat it all. But I try. And then my amazing mother-in-law made these amazing muffins, and she is like the queen of making muffins. So she made muffins and sent a couple of them down with us. So we live in their basement. We renovated their basement a few years ago. Anyway, so we get the privilege of eating her muffins when she makes them. They're so good. Like, she truly, truly perfects muffins. So I'm going to bring this out to the kids and I'll be back to clean the fridge. So for another part of, I can't remember if I mentioned this, but another part of my whole like preparing for the weekend so I don't have to cook, because I really like taking the whole weekend off. Like Saturday, Sunday, I do the least amount of work possible, and especially with like cooking, preparing lunch and snacks or whatever. I just want to be able to take that time to rest and rejuvenate, because I mean, everyone, sorry if you hear squeaking in the background, that's my son on his bike outside. He's squeaking his tires, like he's like hitting the brakes on purpose. Anyway. So, yeah, my goal today, I am chopping up some carrots. I know that's a ton of carrots, but like I said, we like carrots. And I put it in this, it's called a Fridge Smart container, but whatever you can use. If you want to do this, you can just use whatever container. And I put water in. The carrots taste so much better when they're sitting in water, right? And then I have to prep some supper, and I still need to clean that fridge of mine. So here we go. And the other reason that I like chopping up carrots, can you guys see? The other reason I like chopping up carrots is because often I cook with carrots as well. So I'll put it in my Instant Pot for a soup. And I buy organic carrots because they taste so much better. That's why we eat so much, because they are organic and they are like 20 times sweeter than the other kind of carrots. So this is what I like to do. I also usually boil up a bunch of eggs so that I have easy protein. But I think I might do that a bit later in the day. I am running a bit behind in my hopes for the day of what I wanted for my schedule. And the idea of what I wanted to get done for the day. So what I think I'm just gonna move on to the next thing. No more food prep. So I also usually make, like yesterday I made double spaghetti sauce. I make my own spaghetti sauce, and if I do say so myself, it's pretty good. But yeah, so I froze a bunch of spaghetti sauce, and I also have a long like thing of salmon in my fridge upstairs, so I'm going to cook that up probably. So salmon is super easy to make, so I might actually just cook that for tomorrow's lunch or supper, or I might just freeze it. I got it on sale yesterday from Zara, so I'd want to cook it by tomorrow or freeze it tonight. So I'll do whatever I feel like doing, but that's kind of the way I go. So I often do spaghetti because it's super easy, and it's the meal that both my kids really enjoy, and Steve and I enjoy it. At least I think Steve enjoys it. My husband, he does not complain about meals. He just eats super healthy, but like he's so kind and supportive with what I choose to make. So that is nice. In my ideal world, I would also have a dessert prepped and ready for the weekend, or like a loaf, like a banana loaf or some kind of a dessert. I have these chocolate covered date balls that are really good. They're super healthy, gluten free, dairy free, because I use a dark chocolate. So good, so good. But I like making things like that. It would be ideal for me if I could prep something like that for the weekend, but it's just not always doable. I definitely need to grow in the area of time management, but I'm growing, right? Like, I really like how Joyce Meyer says, she says, what does she say? My mind is blanking. She says, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. Something like that. Where it's like encouraging, just celebrate the growth that you have accomplished already. And don't worry about, where you want to go. Because, God will take us there as we are like surrendering to Him and willing to change and grow. He'll take us there. And we have to be patient and kind to ourselves. And just like how we want to be kind and patient with our kids, we need to be that way with ourselves. And I'm feeling that right now. Like, as I'm saying that, I'm like, wow, I need to hear that. I need to be kind and patient with myself to grow, even with this channel, and to be okay learning and make mistakes and hold my knife in a YouTube channel and hopefully not freak people out with it. Moving on. God is good. He's so kind and patient with us. But if you have any ideas on time management or meal prepping or your favorite meals, please feel free to share them in the comments below. And as I learn ways to make my life more efficient, I will gladly share them with you. Because if we can be a community, if I can build a community that's supportive and encouraging, that is my goal. That is my goal. So good. The other reason why I like eating carrots is because it makes me thirsty, and then it makes me drink. What I was trying to say, as my camera cut out, is that eating carrots makes me thirsty. So everyone grab your water. So instead of drinking tea and coffee all afternoon, like I would prefer to, I'm drinking some water. And my water's super good. It has some lemon essential oil. Side note, I love doTERRA's essential oils. So now, oh, I guess like to finish my thought before I got so rudely cut off by my phone saying my storage was full, like, and I could no longer record my video. I was saying that I love doTERRA's lemon essential oil in my water, and it tastes lovely. It tastes amazing. And it's a gentle detox for your liver. Anyway, moving on. So I finished the carrots, and now I'm moving on to supper. I have my Instant Pot heating up. Actually, it is hot already. Maybe I'll cancel it just to let it cool down a little bit. So yeah, I am making beef shank. So maybe I'll bring you down a little bit so you can see. So I've got some beef shank here. I get this from Bradbury's Farm, which is a local place. This is only the second time I've made this, but I did season them with salt and pepper, and now I'm going to sear them in my Instant Pot. I put out all avocado oil. I don't measure how much oil I put in, I just throw some in. And make sure it's coated. First one. Woohoo! I can fit 2. So I'll do 3 minutes per side. So I will flip it after 3 minutes, and then I will sear it again on the other side, and I'll do the other 2 here as well. And then I'm going to put in the ingredients. I just found a recipe online that I can share. Something about like Dad Cooks or something, but I can share that in the description. It did turn out really well last time I made this. And yeah, just trying to make different meals. I'll show you the end product once it's all in the Instant Pot. Okay, so I have placed the beef shanks in the Instant Pot. I put all the seasonings in there. So there's thyme and there's garlic, onion. I used onion powder. I will share the recipe in the description, but it is I did a lot of variations, so we'll see if this one turns out. I realized as I was making it, it's not exactly the recipe I did before, but I am pretty sure, like, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. So it's good enough for me. I will share the recipe, and I'll also share if this one turned out. You can make it if you want, or you don't need to. Do what you want, but I'm excited to have beef shank tonight. I'll just show you what's in there. The beef shank is in there. I put beef, oh my goodness, not beef stock, but beef bouillon with some hot water, and I did a splash of apple cider vinegar. The recipe called for white wine, but I don't have any. I substituted apple cider vinegar with some beef stock, and then diced tomatoes on top, and voila. So we're gonna start it up. And actually I need to look at what is I can't remember. I think it is 30 minutes. "36 minutes in an electric pressure cooker." Remove from the heat, allow the pressure to... Yeah, so anyway, so 36 minutes, and then you let the pressure come down for 15 minutes. So we will try this, and hopefully it turns out. So I'm setting it. Sorry if you hear a dog barking in the background. And a motorcycle on the main street. We live on a main street in town. So 36 minutes, started. Woohoo! Sorry, this is kind of gross. But yeah, there's my Instant Pot, and we will see how it tastes. So, like I said, I got my meat going. I'm gonna probably do broccoli. I usually just do something different for my meat in the evenings, and then I make frozen peas or frozen broccoli, frozen green beans. We really like PC, so I'm in Canada, and we have PC President's Choice, which is hilarious because we don't have a president. We have a prime minister. So we have PC. They have a lot of really good organic frozen fruit and vegetables. So I will often just do that because it's easy, quick. I don't have to make a salad. I have leftover wild rice in here that I'll heat up. It has some beans in it too. It's like something new I'm trying. I haven't fed it to the kids yet, so we'll see if they like it or not. And if they don't, too bad. I have to eat it anyway. So then after I'm just cleaning up the kitchen, and then I need to actually get to that fridge that I promised. It's a little bit hideous in there. Maybe I should show it to you right now. So I did. Oh, isn't that cute? You probably can't see. It doesn't look too bad. There's some really old bananas down there. I do want to make banana loaf at some point, but I'm not doing that today. I am not. I need to clean. If you can see, it's getting a little. Nah, you can't even see how dirty it is. But I want to clean that out, so you can follow along to watch that. And if I have time, I will be cleaning the rest of my house, like doing a super quick vacuum. I won't video it because I have to figure out, I have to get a little better at my video taking to be able to incorporate all of that. And then I also would love to get to my bathroom too. So I like having my cooking ready for the weekend. I like having my house cleaned, just like, yeah, prepping ahead of time so I can chill. Anyway, share with me what you are doing this day and any weekly routines that you find helpful. As I said, I'm trying to like tweak things and make things run more smoothly in my home. And so any suggestions are helpful. We can learn from each other. All right. Okay, so everyone is finally settled. The kids are in bed, and I am finally tackling my fridge. And then I'm done for the day. Cleaned up my dishes. I feel good about that. It is done, and it's just my fridge. I will bring you a little closer. Excuse the sound of my dishwasher. But, let me see if you can see me. I love this fridge, by the way, but it's really easy, even though it's actually a smaller fridge. Just the design is totally efficient for what we need. Anyway, I'm gonna probably put some music on while I'm doing this and like speed it up or something, so it's a little more enjoyable. But here we go. So here I am, and I am cleaning out the fridge, and I have all these chocolate bars. We love dark chocolate, and so we always keep a good stash in the fridge. And it's it's our treat. Oh, and here I've got really old. It's yeast that I used to use for a bread machine. There's some more. And obviously really old. So often what I do for my cleaning my fridge is I'll work on cleaning the fridge in just like a really quick wipe out, and I don't get rid of all of, yeah, that's nasty. I don't get rid of all of the the things that have been in there for a while. I just do a quick once over, and like often, to be honest, I don't even look at the stuff that is in the door of the fridge. But here I am. I ended up doing a deep clean, and I'm so proud of myself because I went ahead and I did this fridge clean out on a night that I had, like, yeah, I've been recording videos all day, and I was tired, and it was like I think by the time I got to this part of the fridge, it was probably like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And so yeah, I was just proud of myself for getting it done. I had promised myself, I am doing this. I'm getting this fridge cleaned out. I had told the viewers that I would do it, and here I did it. So you're seeing how dirty my fridge is, and um, like, if I am completely honest, I can't remember when I last cleaned my fridge, like a deep clean. So it's really good that I got this done, and I'm looking forward to doing more videos where I can do like decluttering or cleaning other parts of my home, just with you along for the ride. And it's like an accountability and a motivator. So, killing two birds with one stone, cleaning my house and also producing these videos. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And here I go. I also wanted to mention that the yeast was in my fridge for so long because that's how, and that is my new yeast that I just showed you, for my sourdough. So what I used to do was I did my bread in my bread machine, and I made it all the time. I loved my bread machine. Yeah, it was a Black& and Decker, and it served me for years. And I probably used it once every few days. Like, we ate a lot of bread. But I have switched gears with all of the sourdough fads going on. Yeah, gross avocados. That is old soup. Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. Anyway, moving on. So my sourdough, I decided to, okay, let's try my sourdough. Let's see if I can figure sourdough out. And I had this awesome opportunity. If you ever want to learn how to do sourdough, find someone who is in your area who is willing to like bring you into their home and teach you, because I was so intimidated. But I had a friend that mentioned offhand, like, oh, I would show you how to do it. And I remembered it, and it was like a year later. It's like, I need to go. There's my bananas. I need to go and ask her if she would actually do that for me to show me how to make sourdough. And so we did that. We took basically a whole day, and it was so fun. I brought my kids, our kids played together, and I she broke it down for me, and I was so grateful. She was so generous with her time and so passionate about like baking in general. She is essentially a chef. She went to like school for it. She could be doing videos. I've told her. But anyway, so I was really inspired by that, and that was probably least a year ago that she taught me, and I am still making sourdough. So here is how my fridge is looking now. I'm washing out all the bins, and I'm also getting to a point in the evening where I'm getting a little like crazy because of how tired I am. Why do I think I'm funny? Because I am. Because I'm funny. Because I don't care. I don't care if no one else thinks I'm funny. I make myself laugh. Whoever thought I'd be cleaning my fridge on a Friday night? What I do for, I was gonna say what I do for you guys, but actually this is for me. Doing this YouTube channel thing it's for me. For me and God, and if it blesses someone, then wonderful. But I know this is only my second video, but I'm really just enjoying doing something for myself. I'm so used to working for someone else, like having a job. I was good at working for other people. I worked hard, but it's just so refreshing to do something just for myself, for me and my family. I guess, yeah, it's for my family too, and being obedient to God, like fully doing something that I felt him telling or nudging me to do. So here's to Friday nights cleaning out your fridge. Yeah, so I think that's what really surprised me about this experience with the second video. Um, and even with the first, oh yeah, this is like a nice slow-mo for you. Gross. Sorry if that's really unsavory for you, but I think it's funny. Anyway, I think what really was so surprising was how satisfying creating this video was, and how I just felt like, because I was doing something for myself and for my family and mainly for myself. But doing something like this, it's just so outside of the box and outside of what I was trained to do. I'm literally learning everything as I go, but it is tapping into a creative side of me that I had kind of set aside for a long time. And I think that's partly why God is kind of prompting me to do these videos, is because he wants me to step outside of my comfort zone, number one, and he wants me to be creative again. I think if any of you have small children, you know that in the first few years, it's very difficult, or well, it depends on the baby, on the children, but whether they're like, what they call Velcro babies. It's just, it's really hard at that time of life or stage where, to do anything new, like pour in a lot of time to learn something new. But I do wish that I had tried to do something like this sooner. And, but like, I don't want to be looking in the past, or looking back and too much regret. It's so important to just work with what you have right where you are at, and that's what I'm doing. I've decided, like, no more letting fear hold me back. And I really hope that as you're watching this, like, if you're thinking of anything that you would like to do, please just go for it. Even if it's just for you and your family. Like, really, who cares if other people, um, like, if whatever you want to do doesn't succeed? Now, now to put all my food back in the fridge. It always seems like so much more food when you take it out of the fridge, and some of it I have to throw out, so it's actually not too bad. But all right, let's fill it up. I forgot the other pile of food on my table, but not a whole lot left there. Yeah, so what I was saying is, I really think that it's so important just to take action when we have an idea, and not to let it just
percolate and ruminate too long, because I know for myself, if I think about something too long, overthink it, it's a bigger chance I'm not even gonna do it. So I almost have to like just jump the gun, take action, and be okay with making mistakes, just like I'm doing right now with recording my first voiceover. It is an experiment and I'm loving it. It's terrifying, but I'm loving it. And it's just such a, like, honestly, it is blowing my mind a bit how I am creating something that is not for someone else. I know I keep saying this over and over again, but we are trained to work in the world system, work for someone else, get paid for your time. You're trading your time for money, and that's okay for some people, but like as long as it's working for you and you're not a slave to it. And so that is where I have such a desire to fly free from that, to try other things. And I have this opportunity while I'm at home. I am homeschooling my kids. Now I have time at home that I can create videos. I can make content and learn while I'm at home. And I don't know how long we're going to be homeschooling. So I want to take this time, I don't want to take it for granted. And I was just listening to the Minimal Mom YouTube channel the other day. I don't know, it was one of her most recent videos. She's amazing. You should check her out. But she talked about how people's regrets, they look back on life and the things they regret the most are the things they did not do or try. So it's the inactivity. So this is the end of the video. I've completed my fridge. Let's see if I can show it to you without making you dizzy. Ooh la la. Everything is looking pretty good. I definitely have taken some things out. My sauces are down there. Syrup and applesauce milk where the kids can reach. Although, let me put this chair in front of here. Although my son, he can reach anything on the top shelf even. So that's the bottom. And to the top. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope this was an encouragement for you to do the things that you'd like to do. Any kind of entrepreneurial thing or creative outlet, go for it. That's me doing that today, and I hope you can enjoy your evening or your morning, your weekend, whenever you're watching this. But have a good evening, because it's evening for me. So, and I will catch you next time for maybe some decluttering or cooking or just talking. We'll see you later. Okay, bye.